I feel so tired. I don't even know if I want the second light today. I don't know. I don't know. My hair is getting so long. Guys, it's been. I it's been. Let's just get some of these things set up for today's episode so we can get started. So we can get started. So we can get started. And for the record, it is currently 8:43. 8:43. I had my event yesterday, my vendor event, or not my vendor event, my indie author, my Bear with an Indie Author event. I had that yesterday. That went fantastic. But that exhausted me and I was peopling so much. And if you know me, you know that I can't people. And so I'm exhausted. But we'll talk more about the episode later. But till then, let's go. Hey, Unbothered fam, and welcome back to another episode of Basically Unbothered, where this light is literally bugging. It's bugging the crap out of me. But welcome back to another episode of Basically Unbothered. I'm exhausted. You guys are going to look at this and you're going to be like, why do you look so exhausted? Because I am. As I was saying, it's 8:40. I had my vendor event. That went amazing. I didn't I didn't even think it could go that amazing as it went, but it went really freaking amazing and I'm so happy and I'm so proud of it. And I really truly kind of love that for the indie authors as well. Like that was such a great moment for us to be able to share. And the problem is that I've been working on that all week and I was already exhausted and then I had to do everything to get ready and set up and everything like that. And then I had to do the event and it was a lot of people. It was a lot of peopling. It was a lot of things that I was doing. It was a lot of talking to people. And I don't know if y'all know this about me, but that's not like my favorite thing to do. Also, as you can hear, I'm losing my voice again. Like, what is happening? I do not know, but it's happening. And it went well. Um, but I had to go to work this morning. And normally I work today's Friday. Normally I work Friday nights. And that's great. But I didn't because another coworker needed it off, so I ended up working Friday mornings. And that meant that I didn't get a lot of sleep between my event and going to work. And then because I am working on Saturday to help my job out again, that means that I'm normally when Saturday I can catch up, do all my editing, record podcasts, do all the business stuff I needed to do. That's not happening either because I'm going to go record a podcast and then go work the night there. So I'm stressed and I'm busy and I'm exhausted. Instead of going home, I came here. I still have a list of things to do. I think I got most of it done though. I had to email the indie authors about the event. I did that. I am going to start looking for new indie authors. So if you see this and you want to be and you're in the Ann Arbor area or in the Michigan area, and you're willing to drive to Ann Arbor, check us out there. I ordered more books. I emailed her. All I gotta do is plan a podcast. And then I think I might be done. I don't know. I feel like there's still something that I'm missing. There's always something that I am missing. But for the event, I am a person who can be really particular and I have a lot of fears of not being good enough. And doing that event and realizing that it's not about, being good enough or am I good enough or all those things. It's really truly about giving a space and a stage for these people to be seen and heard. And that's what I got to do. And so I'm really happy with, what I got out there, what, you know, people got to go see. I ended up on Ann Arbor events, which was just like, who told me I could do that? I don't know. Um, and people came from the TikToks that I made, people came from Ann Arbor events, people came from just seeing me, like, market at Mallfire, and so that was a really beautiful opportunity that I was able to have, and it gave me the confidence to be like, "Okay, we really can do this. Let's try to run this back. Let's try to do this again." So I'm really excited for the next month because 'cause I'm gonna be doing it again on July 9th, but I'm going to be putting a pause on really focusing on that. I'm gonna have some focus because I need to find the indie authors, but I'm gonna put a pause on that because next week is the writers retreat. I don't like for those of you who haven't been here, haven't been paying attention to me or my social media or whatever, in January or end of December, I applied to go to this Detroit writers retreat. I made it in. D I and then the struggle was like, how do I afford to go? And luckily my parents fronted me the money because for them, this was a really good opportunity for me. And now it's here. It's next week and I I did a fitting for the indie author event. Like I tried on things, I saw how I liked what jewelry do I want to wear, what jewelry I don't want to wear, took photos. I love that. I think that that is how I want to go through all of my events now. And so I'm going to do another fitting for this event because I have 4 days and I want to know exactly what I want to wear and what it's going to look like and how I'm going to be vibing in the weather and I just want to be prepared. I'm also going to be doing money pieces in my hair soon. So I'm going to take these right here and I'm going to dye them. And then it'll be really cool because then when I pull back, it'll be not that. And it'll be really easy to dye instead of when I had to dye my entire head of hair because that sucked. And I also have to get nails. There's a list. There's a list of things that I have to do. There's a lot. There's a lot on said list, but I'm booked and busy. And I also am going to be at Love and Other Books on June 18th, which is so freaking excited. And I'm like being able to do that is amazing. I'm trying to do it where, like, I give myself a month to do an event for the indie authors, and then I give myself a month to do an event for me and kind of bounce back and forth. And that's obviously not gonna follow whatever because things are gonna get mixed up, but that's kind of like my semi goal going on, so that's exciting. Also, I've finished my last drill. I finished my last drill. In less than 30 days, I will be done being in the Navy Reserves, as you can see by my nose piercing. I got my septum pierced. This was my, like, celebration for myself. Um, I've done so many things for other people, for the military, for everything. I sacrificed so many things, and this is kind of like this one's for me. This is me reclaiming, my spirituality, my individuality, my uniqueness, the thing that makes me me. I've been wanting one for so long. I don't know how I feel about the like horseshoe. Horseshoe is not necessarily my vibe, but um I definitely am looking for like septum, like to do the ring. That's going to be so exciting for me. So very, very happy about that. When I got it done, they were like, "Yeah, you can change it out in 8 weeks." So I know 8 weeks, guys, we're getting a new one. They're like, "You can change it out in 8 weeks, and we can do it for you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pay you to do it for me." I there especially with a new piercing, there's no way. No, there's no way. So, those are kinda things that have been going on with me. Other than that, I'm just trying to keep pushing on, working through all the things that I'm working on. My new covers for Carry Me Home got here, and I wish I could show them to you guys, but I sold out of them, and I only get to buy small amounts of my books right now, and then hopefully I'll be able to buy bigger amounts as I keep going on. I'm hoping that I get some tax money back, and with that money, I can get more books. I wanna buy, like, at least 5 more books, and I wanna always have, like, 5 books on like, in that cycle and then just keep going, but it's hard. It's not it's not easy all the time, and you just gotta kind of find a way to keep doing it, I'm funding this myself, and so me funding this myself, it means that I have to be patient, and that's one of the things that I've been learning is that I have to be patient. I have to, like, take my time and realize that everything is gonna happen when it's meant to happen, and I don't need to force it or I don't need to, you know, try to make all of this stuff work. Like, that's not beneficial to me. It's not beneficial to anything, and just kind of, like, keep going from there. So, those are the things that, like, I'm working on right now. I think that's it. Let's get into some things. We're gonna be guys, when you hear this, it's gonna be Monday, but I want you to know that my Monday was Met Gala Monday, and I love Met Gala Monday. So we're gonna be reviewing Met Gala Monday, and we're also gonna be talking about the show that I'm currently binging because I can't wait, literally, guys, I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to go home to binge this for, like, at least 3 episodes. Give me at least 3 episodes. I'm binging Criminal Minds. It took me a really long time to get to binge Criminal Minds, and it's such a good show, and I can't wait to tell you, like, my thoughts. I'm on season 5 right now. I've been hiding this from you. I'm sorry. I have been hiding it, but I am quite enjoying it. So it's a good show, it's a good vibe. It definitely putting me in the mindset for this writer's retreat. 'Cause there's a specific book that I really wanna work on during this writer's retreat, and having that mindset be that is gonna be really helpful for me, and also I really just I really just love criminal profiling and, the BAU or whatever they call it. I just love it. I just do. In another life, I make you sorry. In another life, I would be there. That's just in another life. But let's see some of the pop culture things we're going on. Taylor Frankie Paul updates. I did hear she got a little bit more parenting time, but I remember last week we were talking about the court case, and one of the things that I didn't know, but was coming out as I dug into the information later, was that the judge reprimanded Dakota for his behavior. And he said that, there are times where he presented these videos, and the videos show him looking at the camera to make sure that they record him while he's antagonizing her, and that the judge found that to be deplorable. And, there was a lot of things he was talking about, how he posted on social media and all of those things. Then the next day after that hearing, Dakota's roommate, and I was watching a TikTok video, and they're like, "Why does this grown man need a roommate? Why did this grown man need to go collude with Jesse's husband Jordan to do all of this anyways? We will never know. We 'Cause when you're doing wrong, you need someone to back you up and be like, "Alright, guys, is this cool?" And, I'm not gonna call him a narcissist, although a lot of people have been speculating this, but when someone who displays narcissistic traits is seeking control, one of the things that they need control over is they need control over their image. And so that's one of the reasons why, you see him have other people post it or other people say things, because he wants to have plausible but deniability and be like, "It wasn't me. Saw me banging on the counter. It wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa. You met me in the shower." Like, he doesn't want anyone to think that he is this evil person, and you can see that when he did the, like, Alex Earl reality game thing that he did. He worked really hard to be like, it was Taylor," and a lot of people are starting to see that, and even the judge saw through it and was like, "Yo, it's you." But his roommate released a voice memo that Jesse sent him, and honestly, I've been there. Like, what you get from Jesse's voice memo, I've been on the opposite side, that I've been like the Taylor in this situation. And so she leaves this voice memo, and sh she's talking about how production they're all fed up with Taylor, and production is telling them that it's not Taylor, it's not Taylor, it's not Dakota. And she talks about the videos that Dakota started showing, and she wants him to show it to everybody else because everybody else wants to basically get Taylor out. And that was just so sad to see, because when you suffer through emotional and physical abuse, you already feel so isolated. You already feel as if there aren't people who can hear you, who can help you, who can guide you. You already feel so lost. And to know that that was going on and that they felt that way about her and it isolated her more just felt really, sad. And them believing this man even over their production team, and they're thinking that their production team is lying to them to try to keep Taylor on the show or try to make them happy, when in reality their production team was, telling them the truth. And the worst part about this is who this doesn't help Dakota's case. It literally makes him look worse. It makes him look like he wasn't just going to the media, he was going to her friends. He was going to the people who she looked for comfort and support, and he was trying to isolate her from all of those people. And that is what he's trying to do again. He wants her to hear it, and he wants her to feel sad and feel like nobody is there for her and she's all alone. And it's, watching it in real time, because a lot of these times we don't get to hear this story until it's later on. Watching the story in real time is just really sad. And it shows, as much as we, and we including me, love The Secret Life of Mormon Wives, it also shows just how ignorant they are about real life. Like how much they really truly just do not know about real life. And like that to me is just really disheartening. And I'm glad that, Jessie came out and she said, "Hey, they're going to post this. Taylor and I have already talked about it. We've already discussed everything. We're in a good place." Like that was before we knew everything. I just wish that people believed these victims of abuse. And it shows that a lot of people don't, not even women, not even your friends sometimes will believe that you are being abused, because that abuser will do everything in their power to control how people see you. And it was so sad to see that played out and continue to see it play out. And hopefully it stops. There are more rumors that we will be getting the season of The Bachelorette. I'm not really sure if that's gonna happen or not. I'll keep you guys updated, but there are rumors that that is happening. All right, next thing, Blake Lively. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have settled. They released a joint statement, and I will read that to you. Hold on. I don't know why they make it so difficult for me just to see what is going on. I'm trying to find the statement for you guys, and I promise you it should not be this hard to find the joint statement, but all they want to talk about is not the combined statement, but the statements that they're giving afterwards, which is just crazy. But the joint statement went something like, Justin Baldoni and the Wayfair parties recognized that there was what they were doing were not okay, and they've come to joint settlement about this. And even in this, the man who was the lawyer, he is still, Justin Baldoni's lawyer is still going on trying to spin this as if he is the winner. And I watched a video where someone got mad at Blake Lively's team. So Justin Baldoni's lawyer went on and was like, these are these things. He went on what they call like a podcast tour as soon as it happened. 3 days later, Blake Lively announced that this was a resounding victory for her, and everybody's mad at her for it. She just made a statement, not went on like the mendacity, the male motherfucking dacity that happens in this case, that people genuinely are believing this going on, is just, like, crazy, and technically, from what I heard, this settlement doesn't resolve everything, and she could still go after money and everything like that because there was no money in this settlement, so there's still things going on, but they've reached a settlement. A lot of people are gonna tell you that they reached a settlement because Blake Lively was found lying about things. That's what a lot of people want you to believe, that she was caught lying about a lot of things, and that's how they reached the settlement. And, I'm just gonna say believe whatever you wanna believe. Like, if that's what you wanna think, if that's the truth for you, believe that, but there's a lot of information out there, and use your discernment. The statement, uh and it's the joint statement, admits guilt. It says that Justin Baldoni and the Wayfarer parties realized that they did something wrong, that they did not act right. And then they're going on like this was such a big win, and some people are even saying that Blake Lively's team paid them for this settlement, even though it clearly says in the docket that there was no payment given for this. It's the ways that people will try to keep you not knowing and believing that a woman is in the wrong when the man was in the wrong the whole time is just, it just baffles me. Like, I don't even know anymore. How did we get here? How do we end it? I'm not even I'm not even really sure at this point, but that's what's going on with that. Obviously, there's still more information to come out because I was hoping that this will be dead and we can let it end, and clearly that is not the case. So we will be continuing to follow that as well. We do have some cool announcements. Practical Magic 2 has released their trailer. So in love with it. So much in love with it. What else do we have? Jessie Reyes has announced that she has music. She has some music that just dropped, but she also has an album coming out. We talked about Ariana Grande has an album coming out, and there was someone else, and I can't remember, but someone else also has an album coming out. There are some tours. Johnny Swim, which is one of my favorite, all-time favorite duos, they're going on tour. And I wanna go so bad, but the problem is that where they're gonna be in Michigan is Pontiac, and if you know, you know. The ways in which I don't wanna go solo alone to Pontiac to go to a concert is heavy, heavy. Look, I am a single girl. I will try to avoid craziness like that whenever, however, wherever I can, and I just don't have it. I don't have it in me, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel. There's some secret things that I'm in the works of. So hopefully that'll come to be and that'll be freaking fantastic. But those are some cool things. I wish I could remember who else is having. Oh, Tori Kelly. Tori Kelly is having a new album come out as well. That one I'm a little skeptical about. It feels like it's going to be gospel. And I love Tori Kelly, but I don't know if you guys know this, but I am not a religious person at all. And yeah, it's just not in me. It's just not in me. Um she has another gospel album and I've never listened to it because I don't really, there's some gospel songs that she has. It's Never Alone. I love that one. But like a whole album, I just can't get with it. It's just not for me, but I love this for her. It seems like it's something that's being, birthed out of her giving birth to her first child, which I think is amazing, and, she's never been shy about what she believes in, and that doesn't make me not wanna listen to her music. It just means that sometimes some albums just aren't gonna be my albums. Let me tell you, there are some of my favorite Ariana Grande's Sweetener, not my album. Not this the literally the and there are some songs that now I listen to it and I'm like, "I like this more." And maybe one day it can be my album again. But when it originally came out, I was like, "This is not this is not my vibe." at all. And so hopefully, you know, Tori Kelly has more coming, but if I miss it, I'm not gonna be too upset. I know that she's gonna come out with more music, and until then, I can listen to the music that I already love from her. So that's just gonna be how it is. All right, let's get into my favorite thing of the day. We're gonna be looking at some Met Gala looks, and I'm gonna share them with you. Hello? We're gonna be looking at some Met Gala looks. So here we go. First of all, exact that. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up already. I did not like Beyonce's. Sorry. And she's the first one. I did not like Beyonce's. There was just something about it that just wasn't giving, and I think that people are gonna be just really overselling Beyonce's dress as if it's something that would more of it was, but honestly, it really I don't know what's going on with her. There are, like, pregnancy speculations, and if that is, I love her, but it just felt like it didn't fit her, it didn't flatter her, it didn't do anything for her, and the, like, you know, diamond skeleton with the fur, it just wasn't my vibe. Rihanna's I kinda really loved. Absolutely. I very much loved it. If you guys don't know, the theme of this Met Gala was, art and fashion or fashion is art, I believe. And so a lot of people were taking art installments, whether they're paintings or sculptures or whatever, and they were doing, like, modern day recreations in fashion. This is Blue Ivy's. I don't talk about children on this. Now, Kendall Jenner's was beautiful and fantastic, and the entire like Kendall, Kylie, and Kim were all giving nipples. They were all giving nipples, and I loved it. I love this dress. I love the way it fits her. I love her hair. There's just something about it that is so simple, but so not simple, and it looks like she is wearing art, and that is one of the things that I really, really love. I don't have words for Bad Bunny, we're just gonna keep going. I don't have words for Tiana Taylor. I saw this, and I saw the reference of it, and I kind of really loved it, and it kind of feels like Madonna is kind of really coming back into her new era. She has a song out with Sabrina Carpenter. She came to perform with Sabrina Carpenter at her Coachella set. So it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I knew where it came from and I think that it was really cool. Jenny's was also not my favorite thing. It just was giving mirror ball. But I love Blackpink, so I love you, Jenny. This was Kim Kardashian's. It was awesome. I loved it. It wasn't my favorite, but her looks are always, like, stupid unique to me sometimes, and the structured piece of it I like the geometric shape, I really enjoyed. Doechie's? Doechie's was fire. Pay attention because she has no shoes on, and she was walking around tiptoed, no shoes on, taking these photos, and it was everything. It's giving sexy, it's giving in my own energy, all kinds of jazz. This was Lisa's. Lisa's was Thai inspired. Ugh, I loved it. But Kylie's for me, this is not even the best photo of the way that Kylie's Met Gala looked. It was absolutely everything. It was I think it was my I want to say Milo Venus de Milo. Yeah, it was designed based off of the Venus de Milo look, the sculpture. And it was when I saw it walk, I was like, what? This is everything. Haley Bieber's not so much. I don't know what she was doing, guys. I know that so many people are like, look, okay, the color, this beautiful rich blue and the gold is but yet and still, it's giving me nothing. Her face is giving me nothing. The whole thing is just like, I don't really care. Rena Carpenter. I think she wins it for me. I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of looks that I loved, but I think Sabrina Carpenter's look wins it for me. For those of you who are listening and can't see it, she is wearing film, literal film. Obviously, they had other things to make it structured, but she's wearing film from a movie from a long, long time ago called Sabrina. And then the rest of the dress just looks like the material, but it's like film and not like real film this time, but it looks like the material of film like unrolled. And it's just gorgeous. I watched a creator say, this is so much better than her last outfit. And I was like, mind your business. Her last outfit was amazing and everything. I saw this Odessa one, loved it. Tate McRae, there's been some TikTok creators that are like, they were going to the Grammys. She was also going to the Grammys. She was not going to the Met Gala. Blake Lively. So we talked about how Blake Lively had her settlement. She had her settlement on the same day she walked as an invited guest, which is, you guys don't even know. She walked the carpet at Met Gala and I loved everything about her dress. It was, you guys can't see it, but it's yellow and it has all these colors and there's like lots of poofs everywhere. And it just felt like material, material, material. And to me, obviously I don't know the background on this, but to me, it was kind of giving like the amount of work and effort and material that goes into making the most beautiful and perfect dress. So that was how I felt about it. We're going to skip over some of these other people because they don't really matter. I actually like this Lila Moss one. Rachel Zegler, I really actually really fucked with it and loved it so much, especially the sheer eye mask over her face. It was I I loved it. A lot of people have been saying Sarah Paulson made no sense. People were really, really critical about this Met Gala and making sure people were on theme or not on theme. A lot of people were saying that they felt as if some people weren't on theme. I learned about some of the rules of the Met Gala, and some of the rules of the Met Gala is that you have to be on theme. If you are not on theme, then you are not invited to the next one. There's a whole bunch of other rules about like photos and how much time you get to spend with Anna Wintour. Because if you guys don't know, Anna Wintour is the organizer of the Met Gala. And if you don't know, the Met Gala is a fundraiser. They have to pay like $50,000 or something like that to go to, or $30,000 per ticket to go to the Met Gala. And that is just, that doesn't mean that they're actually going. That just means that they're like up applying. And then Hannah Wintour handpicks everybody who gets to go to the Met Gala. And so a lot of people have always made these comments about how the Met Gala is, so like crazy and it's just like showing opulence and actually it's raising money to help, if there's like a fashion department that helps preserve fashion and everything like that, and fashion is art and fashion is history, and so that is where this money goes every year. They just throw a big gala, which is not uncommon. Go watch Grey's Anatomy, they threw a gala there. They just throw a big gala to like celebrate this. Hunter Schafer, no. All right, we keep going. There's some more that I really wanted to talk about if I can find them. Oh, Cardi B's. Someone said, one of my friends said that Cardi B's looks disgusting, and it does. But if you see the art that she is referencing, it makes perfect sense. And I wanted to also be known that one of the other things about this, or themes about this, was bodies and showcasing bodies in all of their beautiful forms and ways. And I think that hers actually came from a sculpture or something that was about bodies. So, Doja Cat, it looks like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not. Oh, but Gigi Hadid, uh, I love this. I don't even know what it's referencing, but I love this. I love the way, I mean, obviously you can clearly see because this is sheer that it's referencing the bodies take, but I love the way that it's just like gorgeous. I love the way that you can use this and highlight a body, but make it feel covered and uncovered at the same time. I think it's gorgeous. Anne Hathaway's has been talked about because she is wearing this kind of old Olympus print on her dress, and they're like, she is saying, "Hey, Devil Wears Prada 2, but don't forget I'm about to be in like 4 or 5 movies this year, so next up is The Odyssey. Don't forget about The Odyssey." And I just thought that it was really cute. We're gonna get through a couple more and then it'll be done. A lot of people have been talking about Tyla's. I don't hate it and I don't love it. I don't love the low hanging part of her dress that she has. It's not my favorite for sure, but it was okay, you know? It was alright. Chris is she's just not, she is not about to show her body off. She is a grandma. She is in her grandma era, but I'm still Kris Jenner. I'm still gonna show up, and I love this. She's wearing Dolce & Gabbana. I love this kimono look with kind of, again, like an old Olympic kind of pattern on it, or very old sculptures. I'll say Olympic or Olympus because it's like that's my only reference there. Trying to see if I can give any more to you. Oh, this one, the Audrey Nuna, this like spattered paint was a vibe for sure. I think that was it for me. I don't know if a lot of people a lot of people were talking about Nicole Kidman and again saying that this wasn't on theme. I'm not sure for real. It's not mine to say. I did like the dress though, but those are some of my favorites on the Met Gala. I love Alyssa Liu, but this was not it. And it's literally, I don't know. It wasn't it, but I love her. She's so unique and getting to see her shine. Oh, how could I forget our queen Rosé? Oh, she was referencing a painting about a dove or whatever. King amazing. She and Lisa are my favorite out of Blackpink. All the Blackpink members showed up, but she and Lisa are my favorite out of the Blackpink members. And it was just really exciting to just get to see and watch and witness. I really, truly love that. All right. That's kind of my Met Gala take. Oh, no, it's not because Sabrina Carpenter performed, and I think who does she perform with? I didn't get to see a lot of the good um audio takes, but it was nice. I love seeing Sabrina Carpenter win. Stevie Nicks went with her. It is motivation to all of us that Sabrina Carpenter is an artist who's been out for a really long time, and it just took her forever to get her flowers. And now she's here, and now everything is turning up Sabrina, and I could be like, watch this. Be yourself, be who you are, and just realize that your time is always going to come. And this was Sabrina's time. And even though I so personally feel like they snubbed her at Coachella, Justin Bieber, he's not performing at the Met Gala. So suck it. You had Coachella, but she had the Met Gala. So whatever. But that was it. I enjoyed the looks. I enjoyed the fashion. I always do. A lot of people always say that they don't get it. And honestly, that's okay. Sometimes I legitimately don't get it either. And what I think is fashionable, other people be like, that's crazy. And vice versa. But I think fashion is like art. And art is up to your own perception, is up to your own beliefs, and you don't have to believe anything more than what you do, and that's totally fine. But that's my Met Gala's take. And lastly, we're just gonna quickly cover my binging of Criminal Minds so far. Can I just say that I'm at 5 seasons and it's already been kind of chaotic. See, so I always adhere to the female characters because duh, I'm female. And the first characters that were in like season 1, I really, really enjoyed. Um, was her name Elle, I think it was? Elle. So Elle, I really enjoyed. And at the end of it might have been season 1, it might have been season 2. It's been a while, but at the end of it, when I think it was season 2, when she gets shot, all because of Jason Gideon's choices, and like she comes back and no one is willing to say he made the wrong choice and it almost killed her. And when she has an exit because she exits the show, which is just really sad for me because season 2, season 3, we're having someone exit the show. Like it was really rough. But when no one took the time to acknowledge her and she's like, you guys want me to trust you again. But when I needed you guys, I couldn't trust you. And the fact that the writers didn't expand upon that more was really like, that sucked. And I hated that for them. But I do like Emily Prentice. You know, she's cool. I enjoy watching her. I loved Elle more, but I do like Emily Prentice. But then that isn't the only person, and I'm only 5 seasons in, that isn't the only person who goes away because then Jason Gideon goes away. And I mean, he had already in the show talked about like how hard it is for him. And I hope that a part of it was because he got Elle shot, but he was already talking about how a part of that was really hard for him. And, that was a really complicated thing. And then all of the weight of it, the weight of profiling and being in the minds of these really, truly terrible people, that has to be hard and that has to suck. But losing another character, I was like, I don't know how to take this. And now then we get David Rossi and he rubs everybody the wrong way in the beginning. And, I'm okay with him now. In the beginning, I was like, I really like Jason Gideon as the older, figure for all of this. I really enjoyed that. And now that I don't have that, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. So those are my takes. They are probably not everybody else's takes, but I like David Rossi is really cool. He's really chill now. He came in really hot. Obviously, he's supposed to be mirrored off of like John Douglas, which is the big name in criminal profiling. Um, they make, comments to it about him having all these books that have come out, and John Douglas has a crap ton of books. I've audiobooked at least 3. There's more that I want to, but I got caught up on one and couldn't get back to it. But he's kind of supposed to be like the John Douglas of the show. Watching Shamar Moore be Derek Morgan is the best thing that I've like he's clearly and truly the heart of this team and this show, and I love it so much. Love, 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 love it so much. He is always kind of the one that brings everybody back down and this is really truly caring, and he clearly is like a big protector. His relationship with Penelope is and Garcia is just like ah, their relationship is so cute. But I did hate the episode where they fight when she was dating this guy and he was kind of just trying to tell her, like, trust your own intuition. And, she took it the wrong way and he probably said it the wrong way. And then she got hurt. So many people have already been hurt. And I get that's part of the show, but like so many people have already been hurt. Reed was addicted to drugs for a second and we just let that shit slide. We let it slide. They try to fire Hodge. Hodge is going to give up his family. His family divorced him. Now I'm in season 5 where he's being hunted by a serial killer and his family, he can't even see them again. And I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy. So many things have happened in just one season. I'm trying to like think. I mean, I guess in Rizzoli and Isles, maybe. I mean, there was recycling characters and I don't know. It was just there's been so much, but the show's definitely worth it, guys. I promise you, this show is definitely worth it. I am enjoying watching it so much. Like I said, I literally want to go home. and I wanna watch it again. And I don't want another character to have to leave or die or anything like that. I wanna just be I got there's 18 seasons of this. I got seasons to watch. Let me just chill. Let me just chill. Let me just chill. Let me just have an easy, a little bit. I'm not. And then our lovely JJ, she got preggers, and then we got someone who came in, and actually that was kind of really sad. She was really gorgeous. I'm trying to see what her name was. She was really gorgeous, and she only came in for like a couple of episodes, just to kind of bridge that gap. But she kind of to me represented, I think it was Jordan Todd. She kind of to me represented just like some people are not built for this. I don't think that I'm built for it, honestly. I think I have a fascination with it, but to actually have to do it like as a profession seems wild. I rather use it to help understand my characters and writing more, but doing this as a profession is crazy. And there have been some crazy things that have happened since all of these seasons. I mean, people who are spree killing for no freaking reason other than they want to. You got serial killer, you got sexual sadist killers, you have male, female. Was I a little proud of the female one? Yeah, there's a female serial killer that were like killing people off of a client list from escorts. I couldn't be mad at her. And hers was kind of really hers is a really sad story. And y'all just couldn't make me hate her. Low is the key, high is the keys. Y'all just couldn't make me hate her. There was an episode that had James Vanderbeek, may he rest in peace, that I also really truly loved. And that was there's been also the amount of celebrities that I've seen on this show is insane, and I can't even begin to name them all to you, but I feel like every episode I'm like, "Yep, I know you. Yep, I know you." Oh, girl from, Firefly was on it. I think her name is Gina Torres. Yeah. Love her. There's so many good things. I'm definitely really loving my binge. I don't know how far I'm going to get my binge between this and next week, but I will give you guys an update on my Criminal Minds binge as a kind of last and final thing. But that is all we have time for today, guys. Thank you so much for going along this journey with me with Basically Unbothered. And I would love to talk to you again. I'll see you soon. Please do not forget to follow, to like, to share, to review. Review, please. Please, please review and let everybody know that this is the newest, best, amazing podcast ever. Until then, bye, guys. Gabby Gabs Podcast.